I love you, I do need you, I do, I love you, I do need you, I love you.
All right, what is going? We've got the Rival League Draft, another exciting one for sure here. A couple picks going down tonight, not as many as the other drafts, but still a lot of interesting action going on for sure. We have 31 draftees on the board here, ready to be selected. Maybe get their chance to shine for the Rival League this season. So Rival League last season, a little bit higher MMR. Now that we added the Titan League, things have shifted around just a little bit. So Rival League is now 1425 to 1599 MMR. So you can see the wide range there from Mayhem at 1425 all the way up to Greens at 1595 there. So a lot of potential. A lot of potential for tonight. Should be another exciting one. And as always, I guess as the other drafts happen, I'm joined by a couple of friends here. First, we're bringing back our social media manager, Megma. Megma, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Rocker Man. How are you?
I'm doing good. We had the Megma train in chat. It's actually Magma, but we had a Megma train in chat, so I had to throw it out there. That's just how it is. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm doing good. I'm excited to see how things are going to go. Should be a lot of fun. And we're also joined by the washed man himself. We got Skies back in the chat. Skies, excited for tonight?
Yeah, it should be a good one. Shouldn't be too long of a stream. I mean, not too many picks tonight. Be quick.
Yeah, should be a pretty quick stream tonight. Depending on how quickly everyone selects their players, but should still be very interesting nonetheless. As there's a lot of different things to be looking at for tonight. So Magma, I'm going to ask you. What would be like your storyline for this draft? Is there any like one player or one team that you're looking at to kind of decide or to kind of see what they're going to do tonight?
I kind of want to see if, like, who or what teams people like Zyril may go on, or Sicky, or Doodles. All three of these players are people that I've heard a lot about, and that they're all very impact players. So any team that get any of those three could be a very powerful team.
It's a fair point. Yeah, we do know a lot of these people. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Zyro's up there, 1580. Sicky, 1578 from the reigning Challenger League champion Samurai. So Sicky's up there as well. I mean, I feel like I know a lot of these people out here. So we got Zap also from the Samurai last season. We saw Coyote, one of our subs from yesterday. Shout out Coyote again for the sub, but he's out there as well. So a lot of interesting people. Jacob Armad, one of our new mods out there, 1529. So a lot of different people to definitely keep our eyes on for sure. But I think we're gonna get things started right away here with Galaxy, who is now on the clock here. So Galaxy, this team. Oh, actually, this should be. I think they. Oh yeah, there's a name swap. We're gonna ignore that. This should be Lightspeed actually. I blame someone else. I blame someone else that's not me who didn't switch this name to Lightspeed. It's probably my fault. It's probably my fault. But there we go. Lightspeed. I think that's unless no wait. I am just slow. All right, that's what it is. It's a struggle out here. There actually is a team named Galaxy. We won't talk about that. We won't talk about. I know what's going on, guys. I swear. I swear I know what's going on here. We won't talk about that. But we're gonna have goodness. I think absolutely just threw the start of the draft. But anyways, Magma, I'm bringing it back to you here. You got a couple new GMs with Khan and Thomas or coming in for this season. How do you think they did in the first two nights with their picks?
I think they drafted pretty well. I have to quickly pull them up, but from what I remember, Khan's teams are drafted pretty well. His challenger one I find a little questionable, but his prospect team looks promising. And then Teskimo, right? Is that the other one?
Yep.
Um, his drafts are also like kind of just average in my eyes, but we'll have to see in the future.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see. You never know how these things are going to turn out for sure. But let's get things started. We got Galaxy is on the clock. That is Ventus's team. The reason I got confused here. I was looking at Gravity from Anonymous, and I thought there was a typo. But Galaxy, that is Ventus's team here. So Ventus, a new GM for this season as well. Another new GM that we have. Khan and Thomas are starting their new orgs. Ventus and Yikes are two other new GMs as well. So let's see what Ventus is going to do. Bring this to you, Skies. Looking at the past drafts from Yikes and from Ventus and how they manage free agency, what are you kind of expecting from them tonight? Do you think either one of them is really going to make a move tonight in the draft, or do you think they're going to kind of fly under the radar a little bit?
Well, I've been talking to Ventus quite a bit, and he's been planning like a lot recently about what he's gonna do, how he's gonna acquire all the players that he wants. So he's got everything planned out. I don't know too much about what Yikes' plan is, but I'm assuming it'll go pretty similar. I mean, just like being new GMs, you kind of just want to try to get a good start going for the first intro to your GM career. So should be a good one.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely keep an eye on these two teams. Yeah, this is his last team in the draft tonight. He's got the Knights for his rival team, the defending Rival League champions. So we'll have to see how Yikes fares a little bit later. But we're waiting on the pick coming in from Galaxy. That is Ventus. He's probably thinking things over. He's got a little bit of time. He might be gonzo, but we'll have to see what he's gonna do. So looking at the draftee pool, we talked about a couple of these people. We got Greens and John Cena on the top there, 1595, 1594. A couple of big boys up there. So as we talked about, the Rival League now is going from 1425 MMR to 1599. So a little bit of a range, a little bit different than the Rival League from last season, which is 1550 plus. So a little bit of change around. Magma, how do you think this MMR range is going to be different from the Rival League that we saw last?
This MMR like range is a lot more like competitive than the previous rival one. Previous rival one, if I believe, was 1550 to 1900. So that's a solid like 350 MMR, and like just a gap. Well, this one's only going to be 150 if I remember correctly, or something like that. So in comparison, this one's going to be a lot closer. Every match is going to go to like game 5 is my prediction, and it's just going to feel a lot more competitive for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. We'll definitely have to see. Um, still waiting on Ventus's pick. If he's not able to make his pick here in a second, we're gonna have to auto draft for him, which would kind of be unfortunate considering he's got three more spots on his roster available. So we'll have to see what he what's gonna happen with all this. Ventus and Galaxy currently only have Bravo on the roster, so I'll have to see exactly what he's going to do about that. So he's got a pretty good amount of cap room remaining for him. So he's just got Bravo. He's got 46.75 remaining for his cap room there. So we'll just have to wait and see. We'll have to see what's going to happen. We might be. I think what probably is going to happen if Ventus isn't here is probably going to move him to the end of the round. If he's not there at the end of the round, then we're going to auto draft for him. So we'll, we'll just have to see here. So I think we're pretty much about running out of time though. Only got 5 minutes. It's already been 5 minutes since we put that on there. So um, we'll have to see. I'm curious to hear who you guys in chat are looking at to get drafted here. Who do you think's going first overall? If Ventus can somehow come out of nowhere and make his pick, or if Ventus doesn't make his pick, then then we move to Distortion and Thomas. Who do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be going first overall here? I'm curious to hear what you guys think, and then I'll bring it back to you guys. Guys, who do you think could be the first one off the board here?
Well, I'd say out of all these players, Zyral is definitely the most active when it comes to just like seeing him around the Discord, going to tryouts, six mans, whatever. And I have played with him before. He matches up like really well with 1600, 1700 players. So I think he could definitely be one of the top, at least top five. Should be number one, but yeah, that's just my opinion. But I also know Zap is kind of a sleeper for his MMR. He was pretty good last season. I don't know if he's slumped or what because of his MMR, but I do believe that he'll be up there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. Oh, my bad.
No, sorry. I was just gonna cut you off because we do have some information here about who Ventus is supposed to be selecting from a manager here. Word on the pick here. So according to the source from the management team, from the inside sources, Galaxy is going to go ahead and they are going to select Zyro with the first overall pick. So Zyro is going to a Galaxy here. So congratulations, Zyro, first overall pick heading to a Galaxy. Meg,
Not
do you have thoughts on that?
Yeah, I believe Ventus actually might have told me that he was gonna go with Zyro beforehand as well. And it is a very solid pick because Zyro is one of those players where you can build a team around him
I would.
and he can put a team on his back.
Sorry. All right, next pick is in here. Distortion going on the board. They're selecting Siki with their pick. Season 1 champion Siki is going to Distortion here. So a nice pick there. I like that one. To be honest, Skies, what do you think about that one?
I'm not surprised by that one either. I mean, I played against him a fair amount of times last season, so I do know his potential, and it can definitely just keep growing. He's got really nice mechanics, solid mechanics. He's pretty much just Zyro, but like slightly downgraded. Pretty much the same player.
All
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
So next up on the board is Blaze here. This is Khan's org. They've got one more pick remaining. 1610 MMR to work with. So I'll have to see what Khan's going to do. Already on his roster at the moment, they've got Khan. So Khan himself there at 1558, Heck 1486, and YSL at 1471. So a lot of cap room remaining, and Blaze is going to go right away with their pick, and they're going to select Magic at 1586 with their fourth and final pick.
Yeah, I really like that pick. I tried out Magic. He's a very strong player.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see how he performs during the regular season. I always like to see how these new players that join the league, how they're going to fare once the regular season kind of comes around, because some I mean, maybe these players have played in leagues before, or maybe they haven't. So you never know here. So we'll have to definitely keep an eye on that one. Blaze could be a team to look out for coming up. And the next pick is in for Lightspeed. They're already on top of things here, as all the GMs are. They're ready. They're ready to go. Just ready to go right away. So Lightspeed is gonna go ahead and select Game OBR with their pick. First pick for them. Lightspeed. Nobody on the roster at the moment, and that's their first pick. Skies Magma. Do you guys know anything about Game OBR?
I personally do not. I haven't really seen him around, but who knows? He might be a sleeper.
Yeah, I haven't heard too much either. I mean, I don't know if his name's different or I just like missed him on the chart, but yeah, I don't think I've heard anything about him.
I actually have heard of Game OBR from a different league before this, so I know he's relatively active. From what I know, and 1570, not a bad MMR pickup for your first one. With Anonymous here, he's trying to build this roster from scratch at the moment. All of his Rival League guys from last season either moved up or left the team. So he's got Alex and SunX on Gravity, which is their Titan League team now. So he had nobody to work with really here. Also lost someone unfortunately to leave in the league. So that's a little bit unfortunate for him, but a solid pickup. A solid pickup. Anonymous says he doesn't want to talk about it. Sorry, Anonymous. That's just I had to do it. Uh, so yeah, it looks like Vortex, their pick is in. They were looking for their fourth and final guy, and they're going to go ahead and select Doodle at 1569 MMR. A solid pick. Another person I know has been active, at least in the six mans. I know Skies. You play a bit of six mans. Have you played with Doodle at all?
I didn't play. Actually, I may have played one six mans with him, but I did do a tryout with Hydra with him at one point, and I noticed that he was one of the top players, like I was rising above all the others. So I'm honestly not surprised by that pick either.
So a solid selection. It'll be interesting to see. I know the Vortex starting roster. They've moved from Challenger up to Rival now. So be interesting to see how that works out. So Vortex and Chipmunk Man and his other buddies there, MVP on the roster there, as well as Ori. Be interesting to see how they perform in this upcoming season. So I'll have to figure it out. Also, we got a bunch of bits from Zyro. Thank you, Zyro, for the bits. Much appreciated, my guy. Give a shout out to Zyro. Get some hype in the chat for our boy Zyro. First overall pick for Rival League. Tossing some bits in the chat. Thank you, man. So now Parallax is on the clock here. This is Jacob, who's going to be making his selection. So looking at Parallax, Jacob's only got 12 Bram on the roster here. They got a couple guys who either moved up or left the team. So I know you guys, Magma. I know you played against 12 Bram last season. I played against 12 Bram last season. What can you say about 12 Bram's play style and how he's a player to deal with in the rival league?
12 Ram's a very interesting player in my opinion because I feel like there's a big difference between NA playstyles and EU playstyles. And if I remember correctly, 12 Bram is from like Central EU, like Netherlands area. And like so he's like just different to play against. Like you have to change your play style to compensate for his like play style. And yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see how he's drafted around because I personally struggle to play with him in six mans, but who knows.
And we'll definitely have to see. 12 Bram was an all-star last season for the Challenger League, so definitely someone to reckon with for sure. We'll definitely be seeing a lot of 12 Bram in the Rival League this season for Parallax. And speaking of Parallax, they are going to go ahead and select our trial moderator, Jacob, there. So Jacob is heading to Parallax at 1529 MMR to play with 12 Bram this season. Sky's thoughts on that one?
I actually haven't seen 12 Bram. I never played against him last season, and I haven't played against Jacob, I don't believe. So I have no idea how they're gonna match up, but I mean, judging on their MMR, it seems like they could have some kind of chemistry going. And if they get another pick somewhere up in the mid to lower 1500s, I think it'll go pretty well.
All right. Well, we'll have to see now. Arrival is on the clock. This is my team here. So I've gotta contemplate a little bit, see who I wanna pick up here with our pick. I know of a couple of guys that I'm looking at the moment. I can pick up anyone. I've got the cap room, 1624 remaining. So hmm, this is an interesting decision. Is there anyone here? Well, I'll let you guys talk. Is there anyone that you guys are still looking at that's on the board that might be someone worth picking up?
Uh, I know Proxy is a very active player, and I just see him around all the time, and he's very solid. And then I kind of want to know what John Cena 3010 is like. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a very interesting name.
Think of the same thing. I do know Boo Joyner. He's on my circuit team for another league. He's a Venom main. So if you really want a Venom main, he's your guy. But I do know Proxy. Yeah, Proxy's a really solid player. I'm surprised he's so low in his MMR, but I know he can definitely be better.
Hmm. Well, all right, very interesting. I think I know who I am going with here for this one. So this might be a bold decision here, but all right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and we're selecting proxy. We're going to have the proxy and proxy show. This will not be confusing at all, guaranteed. Two proxies on the roster for Arrival, so we're gonna figure it out. I'm taking proxy with my pick.
That'd be fun to see. True proxies. I'm sure they'll have some pretty good chemistry. I don't know anybody else, but I'm sure you and Proxy will get along. Not Lowell, Proxy. You two will definitely make a pretty good duo.
Hey, that's what I'm banking on. That's what I'm thinking here. We get the proxy duo going on here. You can't beat the if you can't beat one proxy, how are you going to beat two? It's
The
just it
force to
might
be
just be,
reckoned with.
dude. It could be. So we're going ahead. We're taking proxy here. I know he's active, and we'll see how it goes. So proxy's coming over to Arrival, and that's going to put the Kings on the clock here for their next pick. I believe for the Kings, they've got two spots remaining. So they've got Wolfie and Cajun Miller on their roster right now. So Cajun Miller actually going from a non-playing GM to a playing GM this season. So he's going ahead to hop into this one, and he decided he wants some of the action. So we'll have to see how Cajun is going to perform this season. But Wolfie coming from the Bishops last season, I know you had some good rivalry with him, Magma, with between your teams from last season.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Everybody knows about the Drakes Bishops rivalry. Magma, could we be seeing a Hydra versus Kings rivalry?
We'll have to see. It depends on how they draft and if they're worthy rivals for Hydra.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, you've already got your roster all set, don't you?
You cut out for me, Chief.
Oh, sorry. I said you've already got your roster all set up, don't you?
Yes, we do.
So how you feeling about the roster for Hydra right now?
I think we have a very powerhouse roster. We have the best sub in the league, Benji. And then we have Azuro, who is I haven't played much with him yet, but I do know that he is a very good player. Naturalis is also very solid, and then you can't forget about the best trucker hat player in the world, I would believe.
Hmm. That does definitely sound like a scary roster. solid player for sure. So I think we're definitely gonna be watching out for Hydra for sure coming forward or going on into the season. So we'll have to see how it's all going to work out for them. But the Kings, their pick is in. Wolfie filling in for Cajun for tonight. Go ahead, and he's selecting Steel at 15-7. So going up, taking 15. So still a little bit. Magma, is that pick potentially worthy for you?
I haven't really seen Steel Iron, so I wouldn't really know personally. But I mean, once again, maybe a sleeper, maybe not.
All right, I think I'm back. Apparently the internet was struggling, so sorry about that. Do I sound good now? Am I intelligible? I guess.
Yeah, you haven't cut out yet.
Okay, perfect. Well, all right. So next pick is in here. We got the Knights on the clock, the defending Rival League champion, and they're going to go ahead and go down the list. They're selecting ABC at 1497 with their final pick of the draft. They had 1666 remaining, and they went all the way down to 1497. Skies, thoughts on that?
Well, I haven't seen this guy, but I mean, it's not a bad pick if they're trying to keep more cap space. So they can easily get oh well, actually, never mind. I wasn't looking at it. I mean, I feel like they definitely could have got somebody better with leaving a 170 cap space. So, I mean, I don't know. They may have tried him out and just liked him, but they only have they have one 1596 and then pretty much one 1500, and then the two are just pretty low. So it'll be interesting to see how they play throughout this season.
Yeah, definitely. Ventus is back on the clock. I think he tried to select Proxy, but Proxy's already been sniped, so he's gonna have to try that one again. Ventus, if you're still looking for Proxy, hit me up in the DMs. See what we can do. Ventus is back. He's ready to make his pick. But hit me up, Ventus, if you're watching the stream. If you really want Proxy, we can we can talk. We can talk. So
Sounds like some blackmailing is about to happen.
hey, dude, I honestly didn't even know he wanted Proxy. I was actually talking to my teammates before the draft, and they were looking at Proxy. I knew he was active as well, so we'll love to see. But hey, dude, you got to spice things up a little bit for sure. So maybe get some draft trades going on here. Still open, Ventus. So come slide in the DMs. See what we can do.
There's a perfectly good Titan League draft tomorrow, same time.
There is a Titan League draft tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. So, it'd be interesting there for sure. But Galaxy, they're going to go ahead and instead they're going to select Peltini with their pick. So 1542 remaining on their roster. They go ahead and select Peltini. You guys know anything about him or Pelinti? I might be saying that wrong. Pelinti there. Sorry.
Um, I don't think I've seen him around the Discord. I mean, I may have. I honestly can't remember, but I don't think I have. Um, I don't know. I feel like he's just trying to pick somebody up because he's been planning it out for a while now, bragging to me that he's gonna win all four leagues. So he's wanted proxy, and I mean, you kind of just took him away from him. So you just got to throw somebody in there.
So you think that was just more so just a panic pick, just kind of like, oh, I guess I'll just draft this guy and hope maybe can trade him away.
Yeah, either that or he's using it for a potential trade, and we'll see what happens. I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out in the next couple of days.
Well, we'll definitely have to be on the lookout. I know I'll be around to facilitate potential trade. Maybe I'll just see how it goes. But we got to get back to the draft because things are coming. They're coming rapid fire now. Distortion on the clock, as Thomas always does. Ready with his pick. He's going to go ahead and select greens. top player on the board, 1595 MMR. He's taking him away for distortion, and then Lightspeed coming back. They're selecting Beef. So Beef and OBR, I think they know each other as well, actually, from the former league that I was in with them. So maybe Anonymous is building up a team there with those players. So he's building his team solely from the draft here with this one. So it's definitely some interesting moves to see what they've got going on there. Do you guys have any thoughts on Beef or Greens there? The top of them are finally going off the board.
Yeah, I really like the beef pick because that gives Lightspeed two people kind of like in the top middle half of the rival league with like Uber or Ober, I don't know how to pronounce that.
OBR, I think it's OBR.
OBR, yeah, being 1570 and then Beef being 1539. So they're gonna have like a similar skill level and really be able to connect a lot easier than something like a 1590 and a 1425.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's gonna be definitely interesting. Like I said, I think they might have a little bit of chemistry from knowing each other from the past. So Anonymous says he's telling me to shush. He wants to build in peace. So Anonymous still's got two more picks remaining. 3016 MR remaining, and Parallax has got their pick out here. He's going to go ahead and select Jordan there at 1531. So once again, I mean, I know we kind of talked about this strategy potentially for Jacob and Parallax, but he's got his picks all ready to go, all around the same kind of MMR range there. So have to see if Jacob keeps that going. As now the Kings are back on the clock. So the Kings looking for their final pick of the draft here in this one. We're already at the end of round number 2 at the moment for the Kings. So the Kings, with their last pick of the draft, they've got a little bit of cap room remaining, 1582. So they can select anyone except for John Cena up there. So is there anyone still on the board that you guys are still looking at?
Not at the moment. The only person on here that I know as of right now is Coyote and Zap. So I have no idea who any of the other guys are. I do know who Boo Joyner is, but kind of sad. I want somebody to pick up John Cena. I want to see him play.
Yeah.
I'm
I was
curious
really
to see his
looking
play
forward
style.
to John Cena being one of my competitors.
He still could be. There's still some room out here potentially. We'll have to see if someone could pick him up. Maybe Anonymous is gonna come out of nowhere, pick up John Cena. Maybe that's the next move right there. I don't know. We'll have to see. But next pick comes in for the Kings. They are going to go with Ewok to round out their roster, 1577 for their final pick. So Ewok is going to the Kings, and they've got their roster filled out. So Magma, now the rosters are filled out here. Are you any more scared of Kings than you were at the beginning?
Honestly, not really.
Ooh,
Yeah.
not really.
Right now, the only team that looks like genuinely concerning to me is Blaze.
Hmm.
Dang.
That's some big talk there, Magma. He's saying nobody is even on the same plane as Hydra at the moment, except for Blaze, maybe
Yeah.
potentially.
Blazes is like a 40% chance of being there because Heck and Khan, they're a very dynamic duo.
So what you're saying is it's Hydra, then there's a 40% chance that the next team is even close, and it's the rest of everybody. Is that what I'm getting here, Magma?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Heck
he
is gonna
says
throw, dude.
he says
He's calling it.
yep, dude. I mean, Heck is a former Prospect League Finals MVP. So
So, that prospect league, and now he's in rival. Now he's got to play with the big boys. We'll see. We'll see. I
I mean,
don't, I don't know.
That is true. We'll have to see how he's going to perform here in this one. As Galaxy's back on the clock here, looking for their final pick. They picked up Palinti as their last pick. Have 15 to 42 MMR remaining, and there's still a lot of people still hanging around on this draft board here, 1400 and below down there. So still a lot of room for those people to get drafted. We have Zap on there. I know Mayhem from the past. We got our boy Coyote. Definitely need to get our boy Coyote drafted. If anyone's still looking for a player undecided, Coyote's the move right there. I gotta throw a shout out to my boy Coyote. But yeah, we'll have to see where he's gonna go as the pick from Galaxy is in. Galaxy's going to go ahead and select Zuckster with their pick. So Zuckster is going to Galaxy.
Very
I
interesting pick.
just realized that Nyler was on here. I didn't see him before. I saw him during the Hydra draft. He's a sleeper for sure with that MMR. He plays like a mid to high 1500. I don't know why he's so low, but throwing that out there.
Well, I'd have to keep an eye on him. There's definitely a bunch of sleepers down here. I know JB's down there. Like we said, Coyote, Cordial on there, Muffy, Zap, Mayhem. Yeah, Nyler. You said there's a lot of people still down there hanging around. So definitely be interested to see how that turns out. But next pick is in from Distortion, their final pick of the draft. They're going to go ahead and select Hunter with their final. Our former Thomas there picking up Hunter. I actually do know Hunter as well. So these guys know each other. So they got some chemistry already going there. So Distortion could be a team to watch out for. Just throwing that out there.
Sad day.
Yeah.
John Cena can't get picked. I just did the math.
John Cena can't get picked.
Oh,
that is
dude,
unfortunate.
there's not enough. He's too high.
Could he fit on Lightspeed? Is there a chance?
He's 3 over if they were to take Mayhem.
Yeah.
3 over. Dang, that is unfortunate for our boy John Cena. Potentially could still get picked up though from the free agency pool if anyone gets dropped. I mean, there's a whole bunch of cap room on Knights. That's all I'm saying. So, oh boy, we got Coyote going off the board. Lightspeed is picking him up there. Coyote to Lightspeed confirmed there. Congratulations to Coyote. He looks like that's looking like it could be a scary roster up there with Lightspeed. I don't know about you guys, but that looks potentially just a little bit threatening.
I'll put them on the Blaze tier level. Like Hydra is S tier, they're A tier.
Sky's thoughts on that?
Dang, I mean, I don't know. Maybe if Benji comes back and plays the game, then I mean, sure you can be S tier, but I don't know.
I don't know if Benji needs to play the game to be OP.
Yes, he is the hut. He is the hut. But then again, Magma's gonna throw.
That could be true. We gotta watch out for Magma throwing.
Yeah,
That's always the hazard there.
It's always dangerous, dude. Believe me, I know.
Always a concern. If we
sorry to cut you off there. We actually only have 2 more picks remaining in the draft, and one of them is off the board, and that's Parallax. They're going to head and select JB with their pick. I believe. I don't know if you guys know this or if you guys know the answer to this, but I believe JB was actually on Jacob's org last season. Maybe Jacob can confirm or deny this for me, but I think JB was part of Parallax or part of Spectre. I can't remember, to be honest. Do you guys happen to know that, or?
Nope. Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
I have no clue.
Well, I believe so. Maybe Jacob can confirm or deny that for us, but we'll have to see. As now we're actually down to our final pick of the draft. There's still a bunch of people on the board, but that's kind of to be expected. So anyone that doesn't get drafted will be put as a free agent, and they'll be able to sign with teams as needed. So if you don't get drafted tonight, don't worry. Spots always open up. Some of these people will be inactive. Some of these people will leave after the first week or two because that's just how it is. With people, it's hard. It's hard for some people to make commitments. So if you're a person that didn't get drafted, stick around because there'll definitely be spots that are going to open up. So we'll just have to see which spots those are. So Lightspeed going to be making their last pick of the draft. They have 1564 remaining. So anyone from Boo Joyner down, guys, who's the last pick of the draft?
Let's see. So they have 1564 remaining. I would say 1K. I've seen him around somewhere. I don't really remember where, but I think I've seen him around. So I would say probably 1K.
Guys,
I'm gonna stick with either Nyler or Zap. I don't know. I get a feeling. I get a feeling.
he's got the feeling. All right, I respect it.
Mm.
Well, we did hype up Coyote, and then he went to Lightspeed, so maybe Nyler or Zap will head that way. I mean, Anonymous, he's got a lot of MMR remaining still, so a lot of potential. We'll just have to see. Yeah, Zap, it could be a solid pick. He's a season champion with the Samurai from last season, still hanging on the board, which is, it's kind of crazy to me that Zap is still hanging around there. I'm surprised about that. We also had a couple people were in the league last season. Cordial was on the Vortex roster last season. I know he didn't get a lot of playing time, but he's back for season 2. So Cordial's also another guy to definitely look at there. So, and like you said, Bunk has been around in the Discord as well. I've seen a lot of him. Some of these people I haven't seen too much from some of these other people, but I think Zap would be a solid pick, but it's not up to us. It's not up to us. All right, we're waiting on Anonymous here. I think he's getting his last pick ready, and it is in. He's going to go ahead, and he is selecting Boo Joyner with the final pick of the draft. I think, Skies, you said you know Boo Joyner or know of him?
Yes, he is my teammate on my draft circuit team for another league. Not gonna say the name because I don't need any clout, but he's he's a Venom main and he's a really interesting player to play with. I can tell you that, but it's gonna be fun watching him.
All right, so that's gonna do it there. It's gonna conclude the season 2 Rival League draft. So the teams are set. Players are ready to go. Like I said, if you're a draftee who didn't get drafted, there's still a chance for you. Don't feel too bad. There's spots that are going to open up for sure. Just trust me on that. That's how leagues like this always work, and that's why we always have an excess of players usually for the drafts because spots always open up. So have no fear. Like I said, they'll open up. You'll get on a team. Don't worry. It'll happen. If not, there's always the bi-weekly tournament. Got to throw that out there. Season 2 opening tournament is this Sunday. We got a $75 prize pool, 3v3. I'm gonna toss the link into the Twitch chat right now for you guys. So go check that out. Go if you guys just got your new team here for the Rival League or Challenger or Prospect. Your team's all ready to go. I highly encourage you to sign up. I know there's going to be a lot of teams that are signing up from the league for our bi-weekly tournament. So make sure to go sign up. Go check out the Smash link below and get all signed up. And I hope we can see you guys on Sunday. Should be a lot of fun. Another huge tournament to start off season 2. So I'm definitely excited.
Yeah, for sure. This tournament's gonna be probably one of the craziest ones yet.
Oh yeah, I think so as well. Bumping up the prize pool a little bit to kick off the season, so should be fun. But yeah, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys join the Discord below. Check it out. Get all signed up and ready to go if you want to participate in Nemesis. Spots are still open for season 2, so even if you didn't get drafted or if you're just joining the stream, you guys can join the Discord. I'll toss the link in the chat right there. For you guys can join the Discord, check it out, get all signed up, and get ready for season 2 because it's gonna be crazy. Season 1 was already pretty hyped. So it's into should be another fun one. So we'll have to see how it's all gonna turn out. But I think that's pretty much gonna do it. Any final words from you, Skies or Meg?
Yeah, follow the Twitter and Instagram, please. That'd be pretty
Yeah,
epic.
He's got to throw it out there. I respect it. You know, we'll get the advertising. I think this is the command. Oh, there we go. Boom. Socials. There we go. Those are our socials. Go check them out. Go toss some follows our way for our boy, the social media manager, Magma. He needs your love on social media. So go make sure you check it out. Guys,
Need more
any
people.
we do need more people on our socials. So go follow. Go check it out. Magma's trying to get content out for you guys. So definitely go check it out. But yeah, Skies, any last words from you?
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna say that Galaxy and Boys, maybe probably along with Hydra, those are gonna be the top 3 teams. But also, if you want a fun fact every day, you really should go look at the social media. It's gonna be a fun fact every day.
Good. This is true. Magma's getting some fun facts going. So
I'm on that fun fact grind.
he's on the fun fact grind. I respect it. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. But don't go away. I think we're actually gonna go raid someone. I think we could do /raid, right? I honestly don't know. I think we're gonna actually raid someone here. We're gonna raid Sodus here. So make sure you guys go hop over there, say hi in the chat, go check them out. But yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it for us here. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.